is going on, YouTube? Tyler here with False Neutral Media, alongside me, my brother Trevor, co-host, and we got to talk Denver. We're a little behind, but
Dude,
we're here.
it's been burning my britches to want to talk about this. And I know nobody said that since 1819, but I'm happy to bring it back. Speaking of bringing it back, God, I wish I could resurrect Cole Davies championship hopes, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Well,
You think I don't know where I'm going with the sentence, and then by God,
I thought
he
you
finds a
froze.
way.
I thought you
No.
froze for a second. I was like, oh no.
Dramatic effect.
Dramatic
effect.
pause. But let's start
Dramatic
off with saying congratulations to the West Coast champ, Hayden Danger Boy Deegan. Congrats, champ.
Congrats, brother.
We
Consistency paid off.
We do wish we would have saw it come down to the final round at Salt Lake City, but some slight change of plans took place in that main event.
Oh, yeah, and we'll get into it. But I agree with your sentiment. It would have been cool to see the final round, East Coast battling for their championship, West Coast battling for theirs, all thrown together. I would have...
And the 450.
Chef's kiss.
You know, yeah, but let's get into it. The heats, dude, yeah. Let's get into the heats. The heats were awesome. Cole Davies won heat 2. Correct. I believe heat 2. Deegan won heat 1. And they were on rails. Cole was looking really good. His style, his flow, and that track was pretty dry and technical at the same time. I would have hated to ride that track, to be honest. It looked like maybe riding like Hollister Hills or something, but there was a lot of blue grooves.
It was slick in some sections, and it was that gnarly hard pack in others, and we saw it play a huge role in terms of gaining traction. It looked like they were just sliding out there. It was pretty nuts. And you know me, Tyler, I'm all about the facts. And the facts are, if we stack the 250 heats together, Cole Davies was on rails.
He was.
He had faster lap times than Hayden Deegan. He had a faster race. Now, there are things that go into the race, getting behind people, slowing your lap times. We saw Garrett Marchbanks in heat number 1 took that whole shot. So everybody trying to get around him and get to the front could have been the reason we saw the difference, because Cole Davies took that whole shot in heat 2 and blasted off like his name was Neil Armstrong, and he had one mission to defeat the Russians. I mean, walk on the moon. You get what I'm saying?
I feel it.
He was looking like he was strapped onto a rocket, Looney Tunes style, and shot into space. The man was... He was voracious with his speed, and I won't give you the definition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was incredible.
And Garrett Marchbanks was looking good, not only to mention kind of the PC Cowie team, but we had Drew Adams back from injury, so it was awesome to see him. And he actually performed really good. He's been getting ready for outdoors on the side as well with everybody, but it was good to see him, you know, up in the top 10 with everybody from that. And you know, Joe Shimoda couldn't, you know, get a good start, and it was unfortunate. I think he rode the best that he could with just those track top conditions.
5. Yep. Try and keep it in the top 5. I mean, Joe, you done busted the shit out of your fingers almost immediately. We're just happy you held on. Good God. But I get it, man. Like, I think we're seeing at the end of this series, these dudes who are putting it together for outdoors, I think their training's, you know, finally showing them by the end of the season of Supercross. They're like, oh my God, everything's starting to fall into place. And then it's like championships won, and they're like, like bikes dialed. I'm feeling like I'm on rails. Yeah, the train already got to the station at the other end, and you're like, outdoors it is then, right? And it's
Yeah.
the vicious cycle. But good to see Drew Adams up there. We saw him top 3 in the first heat. We saw Garrett Marchbanks right behind him in 4th. So seeing that PC Cowie team doing something this late in the game, Seth Hamaker's watching from home going, thank God I'm not the only one
Dude, I'm gonna
holding
buy
this
you a
team on my
Seth
back.
Haymaker shirt. You need one. You
I
need
fucking
one.
love that dude. That guy rocks. I love it because no one was like, you know what, dude, this is the guy. He has simply been like, I must be. He's the definition of the horrors persist, and so will I, right? He's just immediately like, all right, you gonna count me out? That's fine. I don't think anybody counted me in the first place, and he's kicking ass. He's getting faster every weekend.
Yep.
Him and RJ, I need to see that battle right at the end. And I think now that the championship's wrapped up, one thing I didn't think about, and because we've had this time to think about before recording this, Cole Davies has one last shot at beating Deegan at his own game in front of both coasts.
That is true. Even though Hayden
You've
has
got,
a championship, he could still.
congrats, you got the championship and our manufacturer won. And now I'm hungry for blood.
Right.
He's coming out like the vampire from 28 Days of Night, and he's going, no, God. You get what I'm saying? Cole Davies, you better be on his ass like a piranha at a nudist river. You better, brother, clamp on, hold on tight, and take him out, brother. This is rubbing his racing. You got it. But that's the heats, right? That's the heats. We're getting into the main show. Now, do we want to segue into the heats for the 450s, or do we want to completely unravel the mess that was this main event for Cole Davies?
Let's do the 450s and then we'll come into it.
Let's keep them
450s,
hanging, brother.
450s were awesome. Malcolm Stewart was looking phenomenal. AP was looking pretty good. I think he definitely likes that kind of a track too. I was expecting him to be, maybe like, win, not necessarily win, but definitely on the podium. Just with those track conditions, with off-roading background and stuff like that. But no, it was good. Chase Sexton was looking good. Cooper Webb, Justin Cooper was looking dangerous.
He's got a little spark to him.
Yeah.
He's got a little fight in him.
Yeah.
You know? But we need that energy in the first couple rounds to set you up, brother. We can't have you chasing it like a carrot in front of a rabbit. You really gotta put in the work at the beginning, or you're gonna have to grind the whole season. And
Yeah.
Cooper Webb has put in the work. Justin Cooper is going, I'm trying to catch up. I'm excited to see what we get from Justin Cooper in this final round.
I think he will take it
you talked
for
about
third
it.
place. I think he will definitely take it over Malcolm 100%. Because even in the press conference, he was saying, like, dude, I had way more in the tank.
Right. But here's the thing, dude. There's something going on with Malcolm this year. He's got a fire, right? Took one of the heat race wins. He said, give me that.
Yep.
That's mine. And we know him and Aaron Plessinger are card-carrying members of the Blue Groove Battalion, brother. When it's Blue Groove, they're fucking smashing fools. Do you get what I'm saying? These guys are peak performance when the track looks like dog shit. It's what they're known for. They go, oh, you don't like this? They turn into Bane on the track. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Also, I forgot that my lights are
I
programmed to turn at a certain time to wind down my evening because I care about myself. So I need to fix this. But I would like you to tell me what you thought of the 450 heats while
I
I
was
do
like, I was like, oh, he got dark there, and it literally matched the mood, just went with the flow. But no, yeah, it was really good. With the heats. Um, God, yeah, Malcolm Stewart, Shane McElrath was also looking good. Joey
it.
Savachi, Dylan Ferrandis,
Mhm.
Dean Wilson. Dean Wilson again is surprising us, and it just sucks that he's doing this much coming into this game this late. I wish they did it sooner for
Mhm.
for them, because he would probably be, up there a lot more, which would be kind of a whole different story. And this has just been the silliest, wildest, on your seat championship for Supercross I've seen in a little bit, in a while, but
Yeah, man. Definitely. Continue.
no, yeah. It's going to be interesting in Salt Lake, and I'm definitely here for it to see what happens for sure.
Yeah, yeah, man. 450 class has got a hell of a lot of shenanigans and hijinks going on.
Yeah,
There's a lot of moving parts happening between bad luck for some of the fastest people to throw their legs over a bike to Cooper Webb being the most consistent in trying to put the numbers up on the board, and
yeah,
watching Chase Sexton prove time and time again that he has what it takes. He just has to be in the right mindset. He has to have the bike dialed, and he's got to be on top of it. Cooper Webb is going, I'm going to fight and claw to get to the front. And it's posing a very interesting last round because Justin Cooper, as you have mentioned, is creeping up slowly but surely right
yeah,
behind them. And it's going to be a test of will in the final round. And then you throw in the long haired boys. You got AP and Malcolm Stewart. Beautiful locks of hair flowing in the wind, aerodynamic, speeding them up as the blue groove commences.
oh my
We're
god,
set up for an incredible final round. We've got the long hair blue groove brigade, and they're charging. We've got Justin Cooper clawing his way into the top three by any means necessary. We have Cooper Webb riding the most defensive I've ever seen a human being in my life. And I've ran a cross country hare scramble with the vet class. Do you understand? I've been in the
dangerous.
C class hare scramble, brother, where you had to kickstart your bike before, and the old guy in the air cool 490's just not gonna make it. This is a crazy 450 championship we got.
Yeah,
And I'm
100%.
excited to see it because we also got, like you mentioned, we got Shane McElrath. We've got Justin Hill, and they're up there,
Yeah,
right? In their heats, they're taking top fives, they're battling. It's constant battles. I feel like a kid in a candy store. People are rubbing and racing.
yeah.
Don't, don't. People are getting real comfortable banging bars and finger banging the clutch. And it's incredible, man. Exactly that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
no, yeah, I was letting you finish. Sorry.
Yeah, I conclude my case. I think it's going to be an interesting last round. And I think Chase Sexton better be in the right mindset because Cooper Webb definitely will be. He has no other option.
Yeah, with that altitude and the track and little bike changes, it was definitely a whole different environment altogether, for that race. And I was wanting to see more of Cooper Webb and Chase Sexton kind of battle it out. I know that Chase did get heated because in the first corner, a lot of people went to the left. There was some cross jumping, and that's what lit, a fire under Chase's ass. And that was him getting like pissed off. And I actually like seeing him ride aggressive. He went into Cooper Webb, and I was like, oh dude, Cooper Webb's gonna come back, it's gonna be on. And it was a whole different story. And then you got Justin Cooper also railing and catching up to his teammate, knowing, hey, I'm in third right now, and I'm in third in points. Malcolm's right behind me and behind me in points. Then my teammate is battling for the championship. And I can't pass my teammate. I got to be defensive and offensive at the same time in this main on the last 2 laps.
Yeah, dude. It's one of those things of, I believe the thoughts that might have been running through Justin Cooper's mind are something akin to, yes, I can pass him. I have the speed. Do I want a job? Yes.
Yeah.
Better not ruin this fucking championship right before the last round. Because I think, Cooper said, if you're going for a win, I get it, dude.
Yeah.
I get it. If you're going to push me and take second, I mean, that's fine. Do what you want to do, but I'm the one in the points lead right now. So if they have to choose next year between anybody, contract time, they'll go, remember that championship we could have won?
And
that would have been
threw
nice.
it away.
The files are in the computer, right? It's just the fucking, his mechanic was just like, slow down. And it was the first time anybody's ever put that on.
Act tired.
You're going too fast. You're going too fast. But no, dude, in all reality, Justin Cooper was trying to fend off Malcolm Stewart, who is just as fast through those sections and catching him at every corner. So it's like, hey, dude, this dude trains with Cooper Webb, who's one of the best defensive riders ever. Of course, he's trying to defend his point standing, because at the end of the series, he's going to get a check for third, and he's not going to get a check if they lose the championship and he loses third in points.
Yeah.
Keep Malcolm off and get your team to a solid standing. And people go, well, Trevor, why is this? It's a team sport. I hate to break it to you. There's teams for a reason.
Yeah.
There's teams for a reason, right? That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
that's my thoughts on that.
With that being said, with like the Star Yamaha teammates, and then you have Malcolm in Malcolm's like mindset, do you think he would have done the same thing and respected, even if he got the pass on Justin Cooper?
That's kind of going for Cooper Webb.
In terms of going for Cooper Webb, yeah. Or would he, even though he's on a whole different team, blah, 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 but do you think he himself would also be like, hey, if I pass Justin, that's a spot for me. We're battling for third in points. Do I respect the championship points too? Or am I passing both Star Yamaha guys?
I think it's the fact of Malcolm wants to get the best result possible. He is not thinking about a teammate. Because if I look at his teammates, like who's out there with him right now, I rest my case, right? I don't know who his teammate might be, but he's definitely not up there battling with AP and Justin Cooper.
Yeah,
he is. So it's one of those. There's an interesting thing, right? And we bring up a good point that I want to bring up about the 250 main, and we can now get into it because it's the same thing. What happens is we're seeing a respect for teammates in the 450 class, and Justin Cooper going, look, I'm just trying to ride defensively to keep my points away from Malcolm. That's my job in third. Right? I want to protect this third spot. It's not going to do me any favors to try and fight my way up to second with 2 rounds left. That's ridiculous. And it was the white flag that I was catching Cooper Webb on. But
Yeah.
Malcolm was right behind me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to secure that podium. I'm trying to get paid. I'm not trying to do anything risky. What if he did something risky, took both him and Cooper out on the last lap because
It would
Malcolm tried to sneak
be a
between?
shit show.
Because if Justin Cooper was trying to set up Cooper Webb, Malcolm's going to slide right through the cracks.
Yep.
He's
100%.
absolutely going to take advantage of that. So Justin Cooper's going, I might as well just be smart about this. And guess what he did? He secured himself a spot on the podium, solidified himself more in the point standings, going into the last round with a little bit more of a security.
Yep. Which is
Anything
smart
could have
play.
happened. Anything could have happened if he tried to take that pass, because Cooper Webb could have not realized who was behind him, and it could have been real bad, right? We never know. These things happen. It was the white flag. I don't really think it's a big deal. Now, what happened in the 250 class?
Yeah, I thought it was
Brother,
clean.
let's talk about it.
I thought it was
Brother,
a good
let's talk
pass. I thought it was good. It was the last lap. May have not been the last corner, but
Close enough.
I think it was good. I think there was the only thing, and I think you'll agree, is just the teammate part.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now,
yes,
I do think it is one of those, yeah, teammates going after it, but they're also running for the championship. Right?
yes,
It's close. It's one of those. Cole Davies is really trying to solidify himself in his rookie year. But Hayden has done a hell of a lot of fighting to maintain that points lead. Right?
yeah,
So it is one of those. I don't think Deegan thought it was going to end with him having the championship at the end, because I don't think he thought Cole would go down. But it was very interesting, and it'll be interesting to see what happens this weekend as they get after it. But I think
absolutely.
I think I agree with you. The pass was, we've seen worse passes for championships.
Yep.
We've seen way worse. I think about passes like Zach Osborne has made, where it's like, Jesus, that is a wild pass to get the championship.
Yeah.
But hey, at that point, you're willing to do whatever, right? AMA reviewed it. They went, hey, it was a pretty brutal pass. But Cole Davies, you kind of fell after the pass happened, right?
Yeah.
You went over the berm and you lost it and you got stuck. That's not really Hayden's problem. You could have slowed up, check, but we saw he spun out in that corner right before the straight stretch, barreling into the left-hander. If he hadn't spun out, Deegan wouldn't have had that stride before him, right?
Yeah.
So
And
it
he
is
went
one of
way
those.
too high up on that berm too. I think if he would have leaned a little more with Deegan and a little more bumping and more like holding his ground, I think it would have been a whole different story. And that comes in time as a racer in that situation. It's his rookie year. So I mean, it's unfortunate. It happens. It's racing. This is motocross. This is supercross. And I was actually surprised with all the boos for Hayden.
Mhm.
I know that's not, I think there's so much debating about that pass, and it was personal because because Hayden wanted to show him that he's the top dog, because they're saying Cole Davies is this and he's the next person and he's the fastest. So, it's people saying, oh yeah, it was personal. Hayden did it on purpose, which no, it's not. It's definitely not on purpose. He did not mean to take his teammate out, because if you watch back, they're doing the same thing in three different corners before that one.
Mm-hmm.
He just went a lot higher. He hit that blue groove, and that's that. On
And
to Salt
he's gone
Lake.
too high before.
Yes.
And he's gone too high before, and he's lost the front end. This is something that you're going to have to learn after your rookie season, right? And that's me just from a spectator of going,
Yes.
he'll learn not to keep that door open and he'll learn how to fight back. Right now, he just doesn't have that in him. What he does have is perfect speed, perfect technique, and he has the stamina to go all the way in terms of the entire race period. He's got the endurance. Now, what he's got to do is he's got to be defensive. He's got to be on that. I think he could study a lot from Cooper Webb and realize how to do that properly. And
Especially
that's my
being
thing.
teammates on that. That's actually a really good point right there, and I'm sure I hope he takes that into consideration about, hey, you're very good at doing that. Teach me some of your ways or your thought process to set up for those scenarios next season, or let me practice it in coming out to outdoors.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that Cole Davies has watched the clip back and been like, "Why the fuck did I go so high?"
Yeah.
That's normal. But I agree with you on to Salt Lake. You know what I mean? I'm ready to
Yep.
see that East-West final battle for the East Coast Championship. Seeing Deegan and Cole Davies and seeing what happens, but I think we're in for some fireworks in both classes. And I'm excited.
I think Cole Davies is going to win. It's going to be this, like, Deegan championship. He got it, but I know that Cole Davies is going to be barking because the East Coast, and he's not only going to make just a statement like, hey, I might have screwed up, left the door open, made a mistake, but I'm winning this shootout, this
Yeah.
showdown with both classes. Marchbanks, I'm coming for you. RJ, coming for you. Vial, you're done. Hayden's probably going to be cruising and being a top 5 rider. I think, and getting ready for outdoors and keeping it clear. That's kind of what I would kind of think would happen, but and kind of stay out of the way of the East Coast Championship, because I mean it's gonna be hard racing Saturday night, dude.
I think, yeah, I think one, Deegan's going to have some troubles with the starts. He's been having trouble. He hasn't been nailing his starts. You're going to have to deal with RJ Hampshire. You're going to have to deal with Seth Hamaker. You're going to have to deal with Tom Vial.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? You're going to have to deal with these people, whether Hayden likes it or not. Cole Davies has shown if he can get a good start, he's got it. It's all dependent on the starts. Cole Davies has been getting better starts now. So I'm excited to see what he can put together with that. If he can get out to a good start, I have no doubt in my mind that he can bag this win and take the shootout win.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind. I think Deegan might get a little caught up trying to prove that he's the top dog while the new generation is moving for the checkered flag.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on the 250.
Yeah.
450, I'd love to see Cooper Webb win it. I think he's earned it. He's fucking fought. He's stayed consistent and he's battled to the very end. So I'd like to see him get a dub. But if Chase wins, it is one of those things of like, hey, man, you earned it. You worked for it. So we'll see what happens.
For 450s for me, I'm gonna go with Justin Cooper.
I think that you might
I
be on to something.
I think it will be Justin Cooper, Sexton, and Webb. And Malcolm is gonna be right there in the mix.
I'd love to see it. I think my wild card's going to be AP.
He has been doing good on those gate drops lately. A lot of, like you've mentioned it so many times, and tonight, just everybody is starting to get it together. Everything's clicking. Starts are getting better for some riders, but it's starting to click, and unfortunately it's just too late. But I'm excited to also see what's going on, what's going to happen leading into outdoors too. So are you excited, before we kind of start wrapping things up? Are you excited for some outdoors?
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see the competition stacked once more.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about it. It's going to be a stacked outdoors, and you got some of these dudes They've been training a little bit longer for outdoors coming back from these injuries. And I
Yes.
think we're going to have a fucking fight on our hands. It's going to be brutal.
A lot of riders coming back. Eli Tomac, both of the Lawrence brothers are coming back. Levi Kitchen is back.
Mhm.
Drew Adams is back.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think Kenny is going to be back for a while. I don't even know if he's going to do outdoors, to be honest, with just the injuries he's kind of fighting with. If he does, he'll probably come in like not even in mid rounds, like after round 2 or 3, possibly.
Mhm.
But I'm excited to see what happens. And we also Prado, almost forgot him. So it's gonna be sick, dude. I'm excited, and it
Tomac.
is, yeah, Tomac. I dude, Tomac. I'm excited to see, yeah, Tomac, Jet, and Prado in the 450 class. That's if we get. I don't like. Usually it's like 2 riders going back and forth. You know, you had like Ricky Carmichael and Bubba Stewart. You had Chad Reed and, you know, oh gosh, everyone.
Right, yeah.
You had Ryan Villapoto and Ryan Dungey, and I mean so on and so forth. But I want to see this year a three-way battle. I want to see a 3-way battle. I shouldn't have paused.
No, you shouldn't have. And that'll do it for us.
We will see you.
I agree with you, yeah.
But no, yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm excited for it. And as of yesterday, it is confirmed. We will be at Paula. We will be at Hangtown. We're going to be, I'm going to go, but I'm going to be sending you and telling you, everything. But, gonna be vlogging, so we'll have some vlogs going up. I'm gonna try to interview some riders, make sure it's cool, with MX Sports, and ask permission to post on here because I am going for someone else. So, but yeah,
right.
I'm ready for Salt Lake Saturday racing. I am so ready for it. But that's gonna do it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let us know who you guys think is going to win the championship for 450s and on the East Coast. And we will see you after Salt Lake City.